Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to talk about healthcare for a few minutes. I'm self-employed and I pay for my own, and it seems that you're getting less and less, but you're paying higher and higher premiums. But so I'd like to discuss healthcare costs, more specifically, what happened to me about maybe 3 years ago. Anyway, I had a little bit of a stomach ache or a side ache, and it wouldn't go away, and I thought maybe it was something to do with my appendix. But I had some. I went down to a clinic and had some X-rays done, and they found out that it was a blood clot, and so they told me to go to the local hospital. They didn't really tell me why. So, but I have apparently I have thicker than normal blood. And so a blood clot had developed and give me this side ache or this stomach ache. And I submitted myself to the local hospital, which it's not a very big hospital. I think it's 3 floors, maybe 50 rooms, 60 rooms. I'm not really sure. It's anyway. They let me know what the issue was, and they gave me some shots, either once or twice a day, and within a day my side ache or my stomach ache had dissipated or went away, and then they let me go the next evening. So I was there maybe a day, 1 3/4 days, and the time I was in there, they didn't do anything. They didn't do X-rays. They didn't do blood tests. They didn't do anything. I was just in a hospital room, and every once in a while a nurse would come in and maybe check my pulse. And that was about it. My doctor did come and see me for 10 minutes right before they released me. And anyway, I share this because I had no idea what the cost for something like that would be. I was in a hospital. They really did nothing but give me some blood thinning shots. I think I had maybe 4 or 5 the whole time I was there. And I got a bill, and I had no idea what it would be. I just figured it wouldn't be cheap, but it was I think close to $7,500. And then come to see that wasn't actually all of it, because about 2 months after I was out of the hospital, I get a bill from the doctor that he came and visited with me in the hospital for maybe 15 minutes, if even that. And I thought my hospital bill would cover that, but no, it doesn't. The doctor actually billed me separately. So there was another, I don't know, $500 on top of that. And that seemed like an outrageous cost just to be into a hospital for observation, just a regular hospital with regular doctors. And so I wanted to share what I thought about healthcare, and I think we hear a lot about coverage, is that everybody needs to be covered. But I actually, it's important. When healthcare costs are outrageous, you need to be covered. But what would be even better is if they were so, they were affordable. So I think in other countries, if the same thing had happened to me in another country, it probably wouldn't even have maybe been $1,000, maybe 1,500, which, I mean, I can absorb that, but you know, $8,000, that's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of talk has been done about coverage, but I think talk about coverage and giving everybody free health care, because it seems like if you think about it, it seems like maybe the only solution we have. If you can't afford it, then I mean, somehow you need to get that insurance. And I think that actually, in the long term, could make the problem worse. And the reason I say that is because there's no incentive. Number one, when you give everybody free health care, what's the incentive to stay healthy or to try to live a healthy lifestyle? I think I read that 95% of all health problems that we have are caused by the lifestyle we live. So I think the real solution is not to give everybody coverage, but to incentivize people to live healthier lives. Now that's not a complete solution, but that would help. And if people have to pay for the health care, at least something, or their health insurance, then they will have strong incentives to be healthier. And I think one solution is maybe lower people's taxes so they have more money that they can use to go out and buy health insurance. That way there's still you know, there's an incentive there to be healthy, because you're paying for your own health insurance and you still have a deductible, so, and they're pretty high for lots of people, so you'll have an incentive to try to live a healthier life. Yeah, the single payer system that we hear about, it focuses on coverage and not cost. And I think you got to focus on cost. And the other way you can do that is through competition. And I know if I get on my health insurance website and I can look up doctors, but I don't know what anything will cost. I mean, if I have a cold, the one thing that they finally posted on my health insurance website is the cost of a doctor's visit, but that's it. So if I break my arm and need a cast or whatever, I have no idea. So like when I went to the hospital 3 years ago, I had no idea what it was gonna cost, and I had no idea if a hospital 10 miles the other way would have been cheaper. I just went. My doctor at the clinic said, go to this hospital, and that's what I did. So anyway, I think a solution to our healthcare problems is, number one, you gotta provide an incentive for people to live a healthy lifestyle. And if you give healthcare away free, you do just the opposite. Now, there are people that will still try to live a healthy lifestyle, but a lot of them, if they know whatever problems they have, are going to be paid for. then they're not going to care. And the second is competition, and there's just no competition in the markets because there's no way to know what anything costs. I mean, there is no way to know what anything costs. You can call hospitals and you can call doctors. And I called a clinic once where I live to get a price on something. They forwarded me to billing and I automatically got a voicemail. And it was clear they did not want to answer my question about what something would cost. Another thing is they know your insurance. A lot of them think your insurance is going to pay for it, so they're not too concerned about what they charge you. Because insurance is really, it might sound good, but it really drives the price up, and it can. And the reason I say that is when you're an insurance pool, everybody throws their money, their premium, into a pot. And each month, the money in that pot is used to pay for the services, health services that the people need. And yeah, it's just, that's what it's used for. So you got this huge pot of money, and it's enormous. This huge pot of money is enormous, and the hospitals know that, and all the health providers, they know that. So it doesn't matter that my bill was $7,500 or $8,000, because they don't care that that's something I could never afford, because everybody else in the pool will be paying for it. And that is why insurance costs, or health care costs, can go up as much as you want. Because the only thing that matters is people are able to pay that premium. That is the only thing that matters. Anyway, I thought I'd like to share my thoughts on healthcare with you based on my experience 3 years ago and just observing what I've seen. And anyway, I hope it benefits some of you, and I know we need solutions, so I'm not one that thinks things are good where we are, but I do think a single payer or free health care for all is actually going to make things worse in the long term. And anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.